Hi friends, this is your host and host Swarup. Just recording this. I just came to inform you guys that there's a flagship phone which has launched and it's buzzing all over the world. Actually, we can say now that product is OnePlus 5. Obviously, you guessed it right. OnePlus 5 is a flagship phone. It's a flagship killer. In around 33,000, there are two models available. One is of 33,000 where you will get 6 GB of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage internal, and the other model which is of 8 GB RAM and it has got 128 gigabytes of storage. But what it actually does, it's not gonna deliver you that 64 GB of storage. It's basically you will get around 52 GB of storage, and for the 128 gigabytes model you will get 112 gigabytes of internal storage. So with all that buzz, I just wanted to let you know what this flagship phone is all about. Now, first of all, I'm gonna distribute this video in a pro and con. First, before the pro and con, I'm gonna definitely describe this phone. Now, if you can see this phone, this is OnePlus 5. It's had got all what you required in a flagship phone, but in a budget friendly manner. But there is some cons also in this. Let us talk about first the design of this mobile. Now OnePlus 5 has always delivered a better design every time they launch a phone. If you can see their past history, they have OnePlus X and then they have OnePlus 2, which has not been successful as the OnePlus X. Then they have launched OnePlus 3, which is a killer phone, as you can remember. After that, they have launched another model, but it was a kind of a slight improvement over the OnePlus 3. It was OnePlus 3T, which is again a flagship killer in that price range, where you will get Snapdragon 821. But apart from that, this OnePlus 5, which just been launched, has got the flagship Snapdragon 835 processor, which is extraordinary. In this price range, you will not get a Snapdragon 835 processor in any kind of phone. So this is the lowest budget phone where you will get a Snapdragon 835. So definitely that's also a advantage. Let's talk about the design, which is absolutely stunning in this OnePlus 5. It had got 5.5 inches optic AMOLED display, which is again a flagship killer. Dual primary camera for high definition picture quality. So if you are thinking about some to watch a movie and you're a movie buff, and definitely you can try this phone out for a better viewing experience. Yeah, and flagship CPU, as I've already mentioned it, for flagship phone, like if you compare that phone with Galaxy S8, which also has the Snapdragon 835, you will see the price difference. So in this, you're getting the same Snapdragon 835 in 33,000, whereas you have to invest around 55,000 for Galaxy S8 for that Snapdragon 835 processor, same processor. So yeah, there's a price difference. So, and also battery that can last for 1 day. So I'm not complaining that battery, they have already used it by 100 mAh, because if you can recall, OnePlus 3T has 3500 mAh battery, whereas this one, OnePlus 5, they have reduced it to 3400 mAh. But due to the Snapdragon 835 processor, it is guaranteed that this battery will give you additional life than XP OnePlus 3T. So with the 33 mAh battery, you will get 1 day full battery life, which definitely gonna last you for a day. So don't have to worry about charging, and even if it downs a bit, you have the super fast dash charger, which the company is claiming that they have improved it quite a bit. So yeah, you will get a dash charger along with the OnePlus 5, which is pretty fast. And you can check the tests in YouTube, other videos, where you will find that it can give a tough competition to other fast chargers like Motorola's Quick Charge and Samsung Galaxy Fast Charge. So yeah, in that department, it's a awesome phone. Looking about the detailing on the phone, it has got the USB-C type port, which is now a common thing on all the new flagship smartphones. You will not find that USB old ports in the new phones. Yeah, so that's one uh, good thing for this phone. Apart from that, they have kept 3.5 jack, so that's one good advantage for this phone. You can consider this as a pro also, but I've not gone to the pros of this phone yet. I'm gonna reveal it right now. So let's go ahead and go to the pros of the OnePlus 5. So first I will gonna talk about the premium design it has. Many of us and many of the tech gurus are saying that it's a copy of iPhone 7. So I think they are right in not 100%, but yeah, 90% it's kind of a copy. If you can see the product, you will compare it side by side, OnePlus 5 and the iPhone 7 Plus, it will look similar, exactly similar. Even the back camera is the same, so there is no difference between this. But yeah, there's a OnePlus logo obviously in the backside, so in these two phones. So yeah, apart from this, that's the first pro. The second pro, I'm gonna say that it can record 4K videos with excellent details and good quality. Although one problem with recording 4K in OnePlus 5, I've seen many reviewers review the product, but due to the lack of EIS, which is electronic image stabilization, it cannot record a good video in 4K. EIS is only available while you are shooting at 1080p with OnePlus 5. So there's one pro also and con also in the same point which I've just described. So yeah, that's also a pro, but yeah, missing EIS is also a kind of con in 4K videos. The third one is it has LED notification. Obviously, you don't get LED notification in every phone nowadays because it's very important to see whether we have received any messages or maybe any notification in WhatsApp or Facebook maybe. So it's better to have a notification light bar at the top of the mobile, so that every time we get a notification, we instantly check that yeah, it's glowing. So I have that in my Xperia Z3 Plus, and I'm sure that all of us will have that, want that feature actually in our phone. So yeah, that's one feature which is available in OnePlus 5. That due to that, I will give it a pro. Apart from that, the performance of the phone is equally good as flagship. That is, if you can compare this Snapdragon 835, obviously 8 gigabytes of RAM, even the 6 gigabyte model is working fine. If you can check the games reviews, in many YouTubers had posted with the OnePlus 5, you can see that games run smoothly in OnePlus 5. There's no such complaints from this phone because of the Snapdragon 835 processor. So yeah, that's also a pro uh, in this flagship killer phone. Let's talk about another pro, which is the display. Now company is claiming that they have given Gorilla Glass 5 protection in this OnePlus 5, which I'm sure that it's gonna be rocking. And definitely Gorilla Glass is a patented trademark which gives you a surety that your mobile will not break, but it's not the truth, my friends. Just wanted to let you know that Gorilla Glass is also breakable. It's not that it's not unbreakable. So yeah, but they have given the latest protection of Gorilla Glass 5, so that's also unique, and I will consider it as a pro. Let's go to the next pro, the dash charger. Obviously this is the talk of the town for everyone. OnePlus 3T has a dash charger, OnePlus 3 has the dash charger, and now OnePlus 5 includes the dash charger, which is again a very fast charger. I think that if your charger is as fast as dash charger, if you're charging your mobile within 1 hour, so that's what you want. right? I hope that everybody of us dreams of having the charging time to be less and less every time we charge the phone. So dash charger makes shows of that every time we charge it will take less time to charge, and within an hour it may charge your OnePlus 5 to maybe 80%. So that's one incredible thing for dash charger, and it's improving day by day. And the company is also claiming that on in the next version of OnePlus 6, that's gonna include the additional dash charger, which will be slightly better than OnePlus 5, which currently it had. So yeah, that's also an improvement from my end, so I will consider that in a pro. Let's talk about the next pro. As per my observation, is the camera. Now the camera, as I've already told you, if you're recording some videos in 4K, it doesn't have EIS. So if you are just shooting or just clicking pictures, then it's important that you get the right picture which you required, even in the low light or in the good day sunlight. So in that department, with aperture 1.7 and a 12 megapixel camera, if I'm not wrong, then it is also doing excellent job in clicking pics. It can give a tough competition to S8, Galaxy S8. So yeah, in that department the camera has some incredible features like 2x optical zoom. There are two lenses in the backside rear, which does the job perfectly. So in camera department I give it a pro. Now let's talk about the cons on the OnePlus 5. Now the first con, which I think is the, as I've already mentioned it, that it has don't have EIS, which is electronic image stabilization. So that's one thing I think that company has sacrificed somewhere and tried to neglect such kind of small things, which I think that is required nowadays. If you see the Galaxy S8, it has optical image stabilization. If you're recording a 4K video, it will be don't have any blur or some effects which you will get in OnePlus 5 while recording in 4K. So yeah, that's one con. Apart from that, the display is only full HD for a flagship phone. If you can check and recall Xperia XZ Premium or even the Galaxy S8, it has that quad HD display, which resolution which you will get. So yeah, in that department, OnePlus 5 has only 1080p display. Yeah, it's optic AMOLED. It's not even super AMOLED. So guys, I just wanted to let you clear that optic AMOLED is different and super AMOLED is different. The technology varies from phone to phone. Samsung uses super AMOLED, if I'm not mistaken. OnePlus use optic AMOLED. So there are a difference in these two departments. Yeah, obviously both are LED, but there is a slight difference between these two. Samsung invest highly in this kind of screens which they are making, and OnePlus is not investing that much into the screens, but they're giving a better screen. If you can check, they are giving AMOLED 1080p screen. That's also good, but from my cons point of view, yeah, they're not giving that flagship quality screen resolution. Apart from that, one disadvantage I think that OnePlus 5 has, that it doesn't have a SD card slot. So why OnePlus? Why you skipping SD card slot? Yeah, obviously it got a humongous internal storage of either 64 GB the minimum and the 128 GB, but still if you're giving a SD card slot, then that will be a bonus, because every flagship has that. If you can check Galaxy S8, you can have that. If you can check XZ Premium of Sony, which is about 60,000, you have that expandable SD card slot. So yeah, in that regard, yeah, I think that Samsung has OnePlus has sacrifice something again in the SD card department. So yeah, that's also a con from my end. The next con I think is the IP68 certification, which is a water and dust resistant certification, which you will get in a Sony product or in the Samsung Galaxy S8 product. Nowadays, everybody want their mobile to be water protected, dust protected, but if you're not giving this certification, we are not assuring something, then it's a bit risky to use that product in water as well as dust area, because if your phone has some problem, the company will not claim any warranty due to water damage. So it for a flagship, I think they should include IP68 certification. So yeah, OnePlus should look for this specs in the next manufacturing, which is their big uh, manufacturing next year, I guess. It's OnePlus 6. So yeah, that's also one con which I think that should be rectified. Next con from my end would be the colors option. Only two colors are available, and that too not in every area. If you're selecting the 64 GB model, you have only one color, which is slate gray. And if you're selecting this 128 GB model with 8 GB RAM, you're getting only one color, midnight black. Come on, OnePlus. We required both the colors, even some other colors like Sony has. If you can check the Xperia model, they have copper color, they have some silver color, they have matte black. So yeah, give customers that choice, that uh, leniency to choose the color, whether not to be bound in such kind of thing that you have to only select a particular color in that area. So I think in that department also OnePlus 5 has suffered a bit. So I think that's one con from my end, because if you're giving slate gray color also in 64 GB model, you should have another color option in 64 GB, which is again a midnight black, but they are skipping it and they're giving it for the higher version only. Why OnePlus? Why? Uh, and the last but not the least con, which I think OnePlus 5 has, is the non-removable battery, which has been reduced 34 mAh to 33 mAh. So yeah, what should I say? OnePlus, yeah, you're giving a dash charger to charge it faster, but 34 mAh nowadays is not that good. If you're giving a good, yeah, obviously it has a Snapdragon 835 processor, which will definitely increase the stand on time and increase the battery performance, but if you're giving a battery which is 4000 mAh, it would have been a better deal. So that's it, my friend, for the quick review of OnePlus 5, and I hope that you guys like my video. For more videos, check out my channel and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.